All right, this is the third video in my experience in sales and generating $500,000 or 3.8 crores. And by until now, we have discussed about the personal things like how you can improve your sales if you are doing the sales on your own. So now we'll discuss that how you can improve your sales if you have a team. So let's delve into the points one by one. So the first thing is we should have strict guidelines to hire and should always be talking to them about personal stuff. Now, if you hire someone, you always need to talk about their personal stuff that how they are, how their family is doing, if they are facing any personal issues or anything. Because what I have seen personally is that if you keep on talking about the business stuff, your guys will or your team will start lying to you, and then things won't go that good. So just keep talking to them about their personal stuff too. Just be as a family to them. The second thing is, and this is the thing that I have felt personally is, and because I have been hiring a lot in past 1 year, religious people are the most ethical people. And this is a thing that I have observed, and I do not want to, speak a lot on this point because it's a personal choice, right? I'm not that religious. I'm more into the spiritual side, but this is what I have felt that religious people are more ethical. In like this is my experience, right? If your salesman says that they have three people in pipeline and they close zero or one, they are shit. Uh, if you have kept salesman, if you have a salesman, of course, if he feels that he has like three or four people in the pipeline, he needs to close at least 50% of them, right? Because if suppose I have my salesman and he tells me that he has three people in the pipeline, the next day he's closing four people. I know that. So same is with me and Aditya, right? So if we say it to each other that we have two people that who can get closed, next day we are closing three for sure, and that's the truth. Get rid of the employee if you feel that you will need to spend a lot of time with him. Now, see, guys, the thing is, the time is very less, and you are not here to coach the employees, right? There are different companies for that. Now, because you have built your own agency, you do not have any time for coaching people. You, of course, need to tell them little bit about the stuff. Like when we hire ads managers or when we hire, say, sales guys, we explain them our script, our offer. We do some practice calls with them, two or three practice calls, and then they are ready. Now, if you feel that you are teaching your sales guy high ticket sales, just stop it. The next thing is sometimes the lead just wants to hear a new voice. Give the sales call to your partner. And this is the truth, and you can do this. What I do personally is that I give my calls who, if I feel that this person can get closed and I'm not able to close that person, I just give it to Aditya. And if suppose my sales guy won't, he's not able to close a lead, he just forward it to me. So you can do this. The sixth point is if the closer loses the lead after 30 days, give it to another person. Uh, because after 30 days, leads get fresh and you can just, take that sales call again with that lead, but do not give it to the same salesperson because somehow the subconscious brain remembers everything. give it to new person. So what we do generally is like, suppose, you know, I'm trying to close a person and he is not getting closed. So next month, Aditya takes strategy call with him and he's able to close that person. Salespeople are like military people. Everyone is disciplined, helping each other, promote and demote fast. Everyone is at a different role. Now, what we used to do initially was that Aditya used to take the discovery calls. Then I used to, take a proper strategy call like a Gmeet call or a Zoom call. And if suppose they had, they wanted to negotiate on the pricing, I gave it back to Aditya again. So this was a process. And then we hired a sales guy as like a person for the discovery calls. So that person just takes the discovery call. And that person always calls the person on time. Because if you're a sales guy, you need to call the lead at a perfect time. You need to be punctual about the stuff. And if suppose I need to take a strategy call with the lead, what I would do is I would have Gmeet call with them always. And I would prefer having my Gmeet call at my office with my this webcam on, with a good background, of course. So that's how I am comfortable, and that's how I'm able to close the leads. And I think this perfect ritual is really important for you to close or do the prospecting or talk to the lead. Because this ritual gets you into that state. And make sure that you give your employees ladder to climb. Make a pay structure that makes them earn more. So what you can do is, like, suppose you have a person for the discovery calls, you can just give like 5 or 10% to him. Or if a person is giving you a lead, just give like 5 or 10%. If a person is closing the lead, just give him like suppose 25%. And if suppose that person has closed more number of leads than you expected, do not just decrease his sales percentage or keep his sales percentage the same, thinking that that person is already making enough. If suppose the regular sales percentage is around 25%, give that person 30%. If a person is performing really good, give that person 35%. Make them feel that if they would perform better, they would be paid more. Their share would be more. And what you can do is, if you have a lot of sales guys, you can give them like levels. So level one guy would be paid, suppose 20% of the sales commission. Level two guy would be paid 25%. Level three guy would be paid 30%. And how you can promote and demote them. If suppose level one guy is doing extremely well, just promote him to level two. And then if he's doing extremely well over there, just you know promote him again. So this is the stuff that you can do. Make them more enthusiastic, right? Yeah, pay them for their good work. If suppose a person is doing a lot of cold calls by himself and trying to get a lead, just pay him something, right? You should always be giving. Because what I have seen is that, because we all come from a job mindset that we need to save a lot of money. And what we tend to do is, you know, if suppose we try to save more and more. And when a person is doing exceptional work, we just try to pay him as little as possible. I would just say that, if your guys are making more, you make more. So, you know, pay them. Pay them and make them feel more enthusiastic, make them feel more good about themselves, their good work. And this thing is really important. Be transparent with your team. Your team needs to know that how much revenue did they make, what's the percentage that they'll be given, what's the percentage the other person is given. So everything should be transparent. Only then they'll be motivated. Only then they will not cheat you. Only then they will not leave you for another firm. So these are the things that you need to do for your team. So guys, so we discussed a lot of things about team. We discussed a lot of things about the personal stuff, like if you are doing the sales by yourself, how you can increase your percentage, and these are things that you can apply only if that you are at some level at sales. If you are doing at least like you're closing at least for $500 or something, uh, because these are things that are just kind of a top layer. This is just like a paint coat on the already created good house. So just try it. This is my experience, and this has helped me a lot.